Welcome back, viewers. My name is JONA SIMBA. I'm talking about the power of appreciation. And in this section, my sign language interpreter is Ann Njoki. You see, when I talk to you about appreciating, I'm talking about things that will give you so much freedom. Appreciation will help you forgive. There are things within your heart that probably you're carrying over the years and they are making you sick on the inside. But when you start appreciating, you will realize forgiveness comes easy. A life of forgiveness is a life of appreciation. Or better still, a life of appreciation is a life of forgiveness. When people are together, when humanity is together, definitely they would hurt one another. Definitely there'll be collision. Definitely there'll be conflict. Appreciation is key for conflict resolution, believe you me. Be that on the national level or family level or even individual level. Appreciation is key for conflict resolution. Start working on some gratitude. And never should it be said that my today is boring. Why should your today be boring? Start appreciating your surroundings. Who else do you have in your country? Who else do you have as your children? Those are your children. Start working on appreciating them. By the way, this is out of research. Well, I don't know about women, but at least I know the research was on men. Single men die earlier. Well, I hear controversy on the other side. I hear people answering, yeah, that was out of research. Single men die. Their lifespan is shorter. Well, of course, that is not a stereotype. It's not just for everybody. There may be exceptional cases. But that says something, that you need to work at living and working with somebody. Whether you like it or not, fellowship in this life is key. Yeah, fellowship is key. You have to live and work with somebody. One thing I know, living with God up there is great. But with the humanity that I know, that's another story. It is much easier for me to kneel and pray and to relate with God, the divine, the spiritual being. But the moment I start walking this life and relate with the men and women that I know, it's another story. But that is just the reality. We are formed to live with one another. There is no other country. I'm a Kenyan. There is no other Kenya that I can live in. It is with these people that are around me that I am to live with. So I'm the one to work against pain. And I'm the one to work against filth. I've spoken about two things there. Pain and filth. Let me speak about the second one before I get to the first one, because many times in these shows I've spoken about pain and alleviating pain. I've even said that appreciation alleviates pain. But let me speak about filth. There is something about hygiene. And hygiene cuts across. There is physical hygiene. There is mental hygiene. And there is language hygiene. Appreciation should come out of all those three sectors. All those three sectors. You see, the way you dress yourself, the way you scent yourself, how you bring out the smell out of you. I'm speaking about the scents. The way you shower, the way you pamper yourself, tells me whether you appreciate yourself or not. I wish I would speak deeper on personal hygiene, because this works more on personal branding. Self-appreciation will show on how you brand yourself. The colors that you wear, the sense that you bring out of yourself, the psychology you bring out. You are sending a message to us on how you appreciate yourself. How do you want us to smell you? How do you want us to hear you? How do you want us to hear you? You know, your hygiene. Now I'm talking on physical hygiene before I cross over to the mental hygiene. This is the power of appreciation. For people to appreciate you, you don't need to dress expensive, but you need to dress smart. Yes, dress smart. You don't need to dress expensive, but you can dress smart. I'm not talking about, you know, in Kenya shillings, there is a 10,000, 20,000 wear. No, you can have a 1,000 wear, but you are better off. You look better than a 20,000 wear because of the way you're setting yourself and smarting yourself up and working on your colors. Kindly keep yourself clean. You will show that you appreciate yourself. Work hard. Despite the difficult times, work hard to keep yourself smart. Sorry if I'm stepping on your toes, but I'm talking about the power of appreciation. You know, people that are going through depression rarely take a shower. Trust you me. People that are going through mental depression rarely brush their teeth, rarely brush their shoes, rarely clean themselves. Because depression more often than not shows itself in personal hygiene. And your spouse will appreciate you when you're smelling well. Trust you me, men. Trust you me, women. You will go to a man and say, I love you, and they will be turned off just because of your breath. Trust you me. Simple tips. And I'm talking about mental hygiene. How are you thinking about yourself? How are you thinking about your country? Kindly think properly. Think straight about your nation. Mental hygiene demands that you form gratitude on your mind. No wonder when Christians and other religions are anointing their religious leaders, it is on the head that they pour the anointing. It is on the head that they pour the oil. Everything begins in the mind. Yeah, everything. You know, political stability begins in the mind. Economic stability begins in the mind. SMEs, supermarket business and banking businesses and all manner of businesses begin in the mind. So work on the mental hygiene. Renew your mind. Think success. Think prosperity. Romance begins in the mind. Believe you me. You know, family stability begins in the mind. Joy begins in the mind. Peace begins in the mind. Believe you me. Righteousness begins in the mind. Pain begins in the mind. When someone accesses your mind, they can brand you with shame. But when you conquer shame and dishonor in your mind, you can be marginalized. But if it doesn't enter your mind, you will forever get your space in the society. And I'm speaking to my category, people with disabilities, even men and women and people with disabilities. It is in the mind. You can fight marginalization in the mind. You can work on inclusion beginning with your mind. I'm talking about appreciating in the mind, gratitude in the mind. Never allow it to sink. Work on gratitude of your mind, in your mind, and bring it down. I'm seeing some kind of flow here of that gratitude. Let that gratitude come out of your speech. Never allow bitterness to flow out of your speech. Yeah, it may be in your mind. It may be in your soul. But when you start bringing the correct things in your talk, sooner rather than later, the faking out of your talking will come into your soul. Even when your children are going astray, and I'm talking to parents, don't curse them. Speak good things about them. Just tell them you are the best. You will be okay. Father them. You know, the gift of a father. The other day we were celebrating Father's Day. And I was in a Christian setting when I was celebrating it. Did you know, you Christians, that when God gave a gift, he gave a son, God gave family, God gave relationship. When he gave a relationship. In the same manner, out of everything that you do, make sure you're modeling the future. Model the future. Appreciate your children. Speak it until it works out. Prophesy. Speak. Speak correct things. The language diet. Never let out what you want your enemy to hear you. Never let out the things that your enemy wants you to hear. Never, ever, ever. Because your enemy wants to hear you speak defeat. The devil and all the negativities of nature want you to speak despair, want you to speak defeat, want you to speak that our nation is falling and our nation is defeated. I'm speaking about nationalism here, positive nationalism. I'm speaking about, positive things here. Even for you women, don't bring out negative feminism. Bring out positive feminism. Don't bring out toxic feminism. I'm speaking about the power of appreciation and how we can motivate you and motivate the family and motivate the nation, motivate the society. When you speak, bring out hope out of you. Appreciate. Don't wait until people die. That is when you appreciate them. Appreciate them when they are alive. You will not realize the power of what you have until you lose it. I appreciate humanity. You will not know the power of your country until you lose the nation. You will not know the greatness in what you have until you lose it. The sweetness of your youth until your youth is gone. The beauty of your womanhood until you lose it. You will not appreciate the beauty of your manhood. If only you could thank God for anything, thank him that he made you a man. It is great privilege to be a man, great privilege to be a woman, great privilege to be a young person, a youth, an old man full of knowledge and wisdom and the experiences of life. What you have is to be appreciated. You're perfect in the way you are. And as I wind up, let me appreciate you. You may be a white woman, a white man, a black woman, a black man, an Arab woman, an Arab man. You are great the way you are. And I truly appreciate you. Get my love and appreciation. Our nation is great. It is great in the manner that it is, and we will make our nation great. We appreciate our country. God bless our nation. See you next week on the Treasures of Life show. Bye.